What is up, guys? Well, it is that time again for another Voice of the Galaxy update for Honkai Star Rail. We're going over the 2.3 update now, which is going to be the final act in Penacony, I believe, and it's going to focus on Firefly and Jade, I believe. So it's just going to be a more quality life update we're just going to get into right here. Most of these they did announce in the dev live stream. If you didn't see that, I did react to that as well, and I went over all this stuff. But I'm just gonna go over it again here in writing, just so you guys have an easier time following along what's going on. All right, so they have all this standard stuff. Let's just get right into it. I'll make this quick video for you guys. Alright, so the first thing they're adding, this I don't believe actually was in the dev live stream. This is actually cool when I saw this, but they're adding display for toughness values and toughness reduction. So after the version 2.3 update, the toughness reduction of character skills and the enemy's toughness will be displayed more straightforwardly. When the Trailblazer reviews character abilities, you'll be able to see toughness reduction of the current abilities. You can see here whenever she's hovering just the regular basic attack for this character, and right under where it says single target and the level, you can see the toughness reduction on this, and this is obviously for the enemy's break bar, if you didn't know what toughness meant. When reviewing enemy details, you will see the enemy target's toughness, current toughness, and max toughness, and be able to adjust your strategies accordingly. So when you're in combat, I play on controller. I don't know what it is for mouse and keyboard, but when I press L3, I can see my party's stats in more detail, whatever buffs they have, and if I press R3, I can see the enemy's stats in detail. So I assuming you're going to have to open up this little inventory or this little info tab. You're not going to be able to just see it while you're in normal combat. You'll have to open up and read the enemy's description to see what debuffs and buffs they have on them, but it will display up here. You can see near their HP. They have 80 out of 100 breakness, and you can see the toughness, and you can see the toughness bar has been depleted by 20 points. So that's just something nice that they added for people who I guess are very serious about like zero cycling. Like I know not many people really actually care about that, but for those hardcore players, I guess you can zero cycle easier now if you know what you can know when you're going to break an enemy depending on what move you use and how to set all that stuff up. That's not something I do, but just in case it's something that you guys do, it is added there now. That is a new feature. All right. And next we have here is going to be selected content early experience. So this is going to be for our new players of the game. I'll read through it here, but basically what's happening is they're going to let people get early access to stuff that they wouldn't, or content specific that they wouldn't be able to access if they're not far enough into the game, because we're going to different planets. If you're not far enough in the game, you're not going to be on these planets. And there's some features that they're adding on Penacony that are going to involve a lot of farming and grinding, so they're going to give access to those features to newer players if they're not even at Penacony yet. So after the version 2.3 update, the Finalities Vision feature will be added to the game. When the Trailblazer's Trailblaze level is at 21 or higher, you can use Finalities Vision to experience some content that you have yet to meet the requirements for, such as Divergent Universe, which is going to be the new Simulated Universe, and Apocalyptic Shadow, which is going to be the new endgame mode. For more content can be accessed in advance in the future through the Finalities Vision feature. So they basically say they're going to keep adding to this feature all the new stuff that comes. For new players, the function may affect your experience of the stories and exploration. Use this feature with discretion. So they're still letting you know that even if you use these features, even if you're not far from the game, they are going to bring you to some spoiler areas. Like, for example, if you're all caught up with the game currently, and you watch the dev live stream, you'll know that the new Simulated Universe they're adding, Divergent Universe, is going to be in the new area on Penacony. So that's an example of if you're not far enough in the story, but you want to use this Divergent Universe feature to grind your orbments, that is going to be a spoiler. It's going to take you to this place on Penacony, which you wouldn't, depending on how far you were, wouldn't even know existed. And missions accepted from the Finalities Vision feature will be specially marked in the list, so when you're hovering your normal missions or quest tabs here, you'll see at the bottom here, it'll just say Early Access Obtained. That way you know that you're not actually far enough in the story to where this feature would normally have been available. Alright, And then the new game mode we have here, Divergent Universe. Screwlum created a completely new project branch, Divergent Universe, bringing new blessings, cures, and random occurrences to Trailblazers, and even configured a totally new testing ground, equations, and weighted curios. So when they were adding these features to the simulated universe at first, I thought what they were doing is just adding this to the normal simulated universe that was going to be on the space station, Herta's space station, in Herta's room. But no, they're adding a whole new mode with a bunch of new blessings, curios, all this stuff. It's all in the dev live stream that I reacted to. That they actually show all the features and everything. I went through this already. It didn't show any of a lot of the features that the new event has, but it's also going to include that, and we'll get into it. Basically, speed farming your orbaments by having set parties that you can just go and fight the boss with instead of having running through simulated universe. But we'll get into that. In the new Divergent Universe, Trailblazers can now quickly obtain planar orbaments. Trailblazers can directly challenge the boss in Divergent Universe with the save file from their Divergent Universe clear and quickly obtain planar orbaments. Save files will record some information based on Trailblazers' initial clearance. When challenging the boss using save file, Trailblazers can also select one support character to assist in the battle. For more details about Divergent Universe, keep an eye on subsequent official announcements. So basically, just exactly as I said, they're going to basically keep a save file of your run through of the first time you clear, or whatever time you decide to save a clear of a run in Divergent Universe, and you basically, when the weekly reset happens for your planar orbaments, which I assume is going to still happen to your weekly reset of Simulated Universe, you can just immediately fight the boss to obtain the ornaments you need if you're farming, or I assume you can still use it if you're trying to just quick clear the simulated universe for the weekly reset too. I actually don't really mention that here. I don't know if this is going to be kept as a separate weekly thing we have to do from the normal simulated universe or not. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to see when it gets added to the game. But you can see the few bosses here. You can see what each boss drops, the different sets of planar orbaments. It matches up with the normal simulated universe that we already have, so it's not like it's going to be new bosses for these new methods of farming these ornaments. In addition, after completing related adventure missions for a Divergent Universe in version 2.3, content related to Divergent Universe and Simulated Universe in the Interastral Peace Guide will be combined in a new tab, so Trailblazers can easily check their unlock and clearance progress for the Simulated Universe module. So they basically show a few pictures here. Basically, so currently right now, Simulated Universe is included in the tab where you farm upgrade materials for your characters like currency, ascension materials, relics, the boss materials for world bosses that you have to fight weekly, all that stuff. The Simulated Universe is at the top of that list. Basically, once you do the quest to unlock the Divergent Universe, it's going to give you a whole new tab in your guide that's going to include the Divergent Universe and the Simulated Universe, so you can see what you need, where your progress is in Divergent Universe, and now you also can see your Simulated Universe progress for Golden Gears and Swarm Disaster They so you don't have to keep going back to Herta to see how far along you are in those game modes. All right. And here we have Treasure's Lightward optimization. So I believe Treasure's Lightward is the endgame modes, like MOC, Pure Fiction, and then the new one they're adding. After the version 2.3 update, the preset lineup feature will be added to the Treasure's Lightward team lineup screen. Trailblazers can select their regular team lineup to handle different stages with a single click. So basically, you can preset up parties for each individual instance you have. Like, for example, you could have a DOT preset, you could have a follow-up preset, and then you could have a Jingliu preset. Those are just the three I run that came to the top of my head, or an Ibibiter Lude setup, whatever you guys use, and then you can just plop them in, so you don't have to go through and pick and choose each character for each level. Adds a character reordering feature. Trailblazers can drag characters during setting up a team lineup to quickly rearrange their positions and order in the team. This, I think, is going to be pretty cool. Instead of having to, click on the top row or the bottom row and then remove the characters and then go back to the bottom or top row, whichever was the opposite you're on, and then put the character in there, you can literally just click and drag and drop now, which is going to be super nice. I'm even going to use that feature even though I'm playing controller. I can just use my mouse. And also this here, this was also included in the dev live stream, but they're increasing the reward limit for all the endgame modes for Memory Chaos, Apocalyptic Shadow, and Pure Fiction. Now we're going up to 800 Stellar Blades, 800 Stellar Jades, which in all honesty, I believe is literally just one extra pull every, I think it's 2 weeks for each game mode, so one extra pull every 2 weeks. We'll take it, I guess. And then other optimizations. Let us quickly summarize some other optimizations. After the 2.3 update, Trailblazers playing on the PC can use their keyboard to rapidly switch between category tabs and the selected target in the inventory page and more. Again, I play on controller. If you guys play on PC, it's probably useful for you, but you can just tab through the inventory in your inventory tabs really easily. It's easy on controller. I just have to press L1, R1 on my PlayStation 5 controller, but I guess maybe you couldn't do that. You had to click on the mouse keyboard. Not 100%, but they added little key bindings to press to just travel through that easily. Trailblazers can view details about their friends' characters, builds, and other information more easily. I don't use this feature that much, but if you just want to see, or when you see your friends, instead of just seeing their characters now, I guess you can see even their stats and their light cones and stuff, and what relics they have on, and what level those relics are at. I don't know if you could do that before. You can even see their talent levels as well. And travel icons will be added to events and some content related to the game modes in the mission catalog, so Trailblazers can have easier time finding the missions and protecting time learners. That's just a nice quality of life thing. And that last quality of life thing was actually going to end it off for us here. That is actually the end. So again, a lot of great updates, a lot of great quality of life they're adding to the game. I can't wait to try out the new Divergent Universe and Apocalyptic Shadow. Honkai Star Rail still seems to be my favorite gacha game at the moment, even though I've been dumping hours into Wuthering Waves. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, subscribe and leave a comment if you think there's anything I missed, anything I got wrong here. I know I was just going through it pretty fast, but yeah. And let me know what feature you guys are excited for in this upcoming patch. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. So take care.